I'm an older man, so you can trust what I say. So, I'm within, about 5 thousandths or less. Actually less. Look at that. I'm clear down there to what? 2.5, 3 protrusion on the valve. But my problem is that after you take the pilot in and out of here a zillion times, and this is a 3/8 plus 5, I need a 3/8 plus 6, and I've ordered one. But you can literally push it all the way through. And so I'm not sure, you know, that's loose. It's not going to hold those cutters tight. And I think because it's so loose, it starts turning this pilot in there. And then it gets even sloppier. So what I did is I went ahead and put the rest of the seats in. But now that I've figured out how to do this and make her cut fast with new carbides and use the drill slow, I can cut in there pretty quickly and get them done. So I'm gonna do them all. Anyway, today's been a waste of time. I called Cummins. The guy couldn't help me. No one's called me back. No one's emailed me. I just called Neway because I need these special cutter bits for the 60. They don't cut so good anymore. And last week I ordered a 3/8 plus 6 thousandths over pilot. But until I can get that stuff, I'm kind of dead in the water. Gotta find something else to do. Now I can take this out and put it in one of these virgin guides. And as long as I cut and I cut and I cut before I start pulling that pilot out several times, I'm fine. So I guess I could do that. I could start cutting on these. Alright, I got this is my new PAI oil pump for the N14. And I've disassembled it because I'm going to take it to the machine shop. And I'm going to have them take some material off the top of this to close up the end play. So on this pump, before I disassembled it, I put the dial indicator on it and I checked it, and it has about 6 thousandths of end play, meaning these gears will go up and down 6 thousandths before they contact the faceplate. And the industry standard for most pumps, cats, pretty much everyone I've worked on, is about 2 thousandths. You get up around 4 thousandths, 5 thousandths, you lose up to 40% of that pump's ability to pump. And I know the N14 is supposed to be a low pressure system, but I don't like the idea of 40 pounds oil pressure hot and 20 at idle. So I'm going to have that machined off. Now this pump is actually it was really quite clean inside compared to the last one I got. When I did this before, is pretty dang clean. The only issue that I saw was they cut these O-rings pretty good, and there was quite a bit of debris. You can see one little booger hanging out there, and when they shoved it in, so it possibly could have leaked because they're cut. There's chunks gone out of it. I did find some strange brown stuff in the bottom of the bypass spool, pressure regulating spool, and some in the bore. I don't know what it was, but overall it was pretty clean and looks pretty good to me. So in order to get these apart and machine all this, I put it in the press and pressed this gear out and off of the drive gear. And then I had to take a long rod, and from the other side I pressed out the stub shaft, which is this one, for the idler gear. The only other thing I need to do is I need to pull this dowel, and I've got a tool I can do that. So what I'll do is I'll put the shaft and the gears in and the cover on. It's still got the gasket on it, and I'll just take it in and tell him, say, cut some off, put the cover back on until you can get this down to 2000s clearance. So it just seems like every day I'm chasing parts and trying to get things done. So since I'm waiting for the carbides and the cover parts and all that, I figured I'd get this pump apart and get it into the machine shop so they can start working on this. So I've reassembled my new pump. This is my old pump. Thought I'd just take it apart to see what she looked like, and it still looks really good, although we've got some strange polishing marks on those two teeth right there, and then directly straight across on the other side, like it's been rubbing. The teeth on this one still look like they did when they were new. Pretty crappy finish compared to the PAI pump, but all in all it's fared really well. I expected to see a lot more wear in the bottom because this one runs a helical gear, so as it turns it's pulling this shaft down in. Well, you're not going to see it here, you're going to see it on the main drive gear. I'd have to press the drive gear off to get this shaft out, but I don't really see, just from here, I don't see a lot of wear marks on it down in there. But anyway, that's what China Pump did. Wasn't a bad pump, other than, you remember all the grinding I had to do on it to get it up in the truck between the frame rails to get it put on.
Introducing the all-new China N14 Cummins pump, available at Kroger's, Ace Hardware, and now China City. Some machining required. Longevity and durability not included. Get yours now.
Okay, a disturbing problem has come up with China Pump. China Pump has this big chunk of cast iron in here. The Cummins one does not. So I have attempted to put this in about 10 times now, and I keep having to go out and grind it. This is a better looking pump. It just has a better finish to the gears, the inside, just everything. Just looks like they spent a little bit more time doing the machining. So this will go in the junk. I got no use for it. Unless one of you guys want China Pump, I'd be glad to ship you old China Pump. So I want to show you what I'm doing here. So I start out with a 45. Let's see if you can see this. Start out with a 45, and then I go with a 30, and I narrow that seat up, and then I go back to the 45, and then the 30, and the 45, and the 30, till I get it down here like this. I got my new pilot showed up, so we're in Fat City now, man. We're going to town. There we go. Tight like tiger. My dad used to say that. Tight like tiger and salt in your ass. Salt in your ass. Whatever that means. Salt in your ass. Alright, so this one, let's see, what did I need to do? I needed to go down deeper. So that's going to be 45 stuff. I hate that wobbling socket. Drives me nuts. Absolutely nuts.
Praise now, lift up your voice, and it feels so good. Baby, it's understood. It feels so right. Just keep pushing into the night. Oh, and it feels so good. Sits in our humanhood. We're invincible, baby. Last of our kind. Oh, 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 it feels so good. Baby, it's understood. It feels so right, honey. Just keep pushing, 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 pushing.
Alright, it's Friday morning. I feel like I've been run over by a Mack truck. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 valves done. This one's almost done. I just ran out of gas last night. I just need to go get a new valve and fit it in here and lap it, make sure everything's right. This one I've not done anything to. Let me show you my mistake. So somehow these seats ended up being square. See, there's no pre-cut angle or anything on it. So because of that, I have to cut over 130 thousandths off of this. Now, if I just go in there and start cutting a 45, doesn't take very long. I can get that distance from 130 to about 80, 70, 80. But it's that last 70 or 80 that really takes a long time. So I got to do that one and this one. And then this head will be done. It'll be time to go get another one. Yahoo. Yahoo. I just do what the book says. Follow the book. Okay. I got the back head done. So it is time to put the back head on. So we shall inspect the head gaskets for junk, damage. They look pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Should I put silicone all over them? How about that? How about silicone? So it says right here, top. Top of what? Top of the head, top of the block. Pretty sure it's top of the, facing up. Cummins. Oh, I'm not sure I want to do this by myself. Little bastards are heavier than hell. You know what? Oh, they're heavy. They're heavy, Jeffrey. Heavy Chevy. Okay, we're close. Close, but no cigars yet. God dang. So close. So close. What are we doing here? Ah, man. I think we're on the dowels. But gotta lift the side up to get them to go down. Not down on this corner either. Ow. There we are. Now we're down. Okay. That wasn't too awful bad. That's sure gonna look better when I got all three of those on there. That's my biggest time consuming deal right now, is just getting those other two heads done. That's gonna take the most time. All right, so I get those other two heads done, plop them on there. I can just go together because everything's cleaned up, ready to go. The assembly part shouldn't take long. Got some ice cream out of the freezer. Put some of these nasty bastard seats in. Yummy, yummy, yummy. One froze together. See, so these are tapered, and that goes to the bottom side. Not tapered, what would you call it? I don't know what you would call it. All right, so here we go. God dang it. Down. I'll take the light, see how they look. They look very clean, Jeff, very clean. So clean you could eat off of them. All right, so now comes the part I hate. I really do. I really hate this, kids. Go in with this. And we'll start off with a 45. So I've cleaned up my bench and vacuumed all the crap off. But I gotta figure out a different strategy. I need to cover this stuff over here so that I don't make such a metal mess on everything again. Spare battery. Gonna need the spare battery. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna make a mess again, but I'd sure like to cover some of that so I don't have to put up with cleaning everything again. There we go. So we'll go with the 45 first, get it started straight, and then really put some pressure to it and start cutting her down. Instead of blowing this shit all over, I ought to be vacuuming it up. What do you think? And then I gotta just turn on a vacuum every time though. So I just kind of eyeball it to see that it's uniform. That tells me I'm straight. So next up is going to be the 30, but I have new cutters, some coarse ones I'm gonna go put in here first. Let's do that. So I've had some guys ask me why I don't use stones. Stones would probably actually cut these faster. But the thing I don't like about stones is the amount of silicon carbide gunk it puts in the air. If you had a room specifically to do this in, I'd be all for it. But inside my shop here, and I got an engine over there with a sheet over it, the less silicon carbide, the better. So I'm clear down to 15 now. So that was another 10 thousandths off. So if I can get another 10, that leaves me down to 5 is all I've got left to do. So at this point, I need to slow down a little bit and stop being so aggressive. So let's see, I think what we'll go ahead and do is I am going to put a little bit of 30 on that at this point and then go with the 15. And what I've been doing is I go 15, 30, and then the 45, and then the 60. So we got 4 angles here. And you got to be careful with that 30 that you don't do too much because you're going to push that seat too far up the valve face. All right, now back to the 15. This thing starts burning my hand right here. And I have had to take it outside in the cold wind and let it cool off a little. I'm a little concerned I may damage it.
Yeah, baby. All right, so I really think you're going to 160. I don't know, maybe I'll try to replace my blades on that 60. So 45 is quite wide. Let's see. I like to carry my mistake here. Let's put this on here and run it by hand and see if we can get rid of it. Oh, leave a good clean seat. So one thing I notice too sometimes is when I start trying to move these carbides, and so I try to make sure that I'm in there far enough with them, and people play far. So like I said, we go clear. Oh yeah, I did my hand, just gives you a way better looking seat.
So now, what we'll do is we'll take it out and we'll put some Prussian blue on the valve and double check, make sure we got good contact all the way around, and then we'll go with a lapping compound and see what kind of a mark really. It'll show a really good mark on the valve from the lapping compound, but on the seat you'll see where it polishes, but you have to do it quite a bit to polish that seat up. And again, this is not something you want to turn because you'll get a false reading. So we're just going to go wham like that. And then we're going to look around here, and we've got contact all the way around. We've got good contact all the way around in the seat. Camera's going to die. I'm going to turn you off, go charge you up. All right, she's a two-headed monster. I got two heads on done. I got to leave early tomorrow morning. I'm going to Matt's. So if you're coming to Matt's, come find me. I'm in the Switchblade turbocharger booth. I don't have a number for you for that yet, but you'll find me. I'm sure you will. Anyway, stop on by, say hello. I got one head left to go. I don't know if I can do it. I'm gonna have to. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll get this out and get it to you before I leave. So look forward to seeing you there. You guys have an awesome week.